Thank you. Hi. Hello. Fishy on. What's happening? What's going on up there in the northern middle of the country? Dennis, hello, sir. Hello, old man. Back at you, fellow old man. It's good to see you, Dennis. How's the hip doing, brother? You doing all right, man? You've been a few weeks away from it now. Total hip replacement. It's in my future as well, so I'm just curious how you're doing. Craig's Catfish Cave, down under. What was a joke I heard? Oh, yeah. Australian kiss. It's like a French kiss, only down under. That I love that. That's beautiful. Mickham from Sweden. Look at it. It's very global today. I love it. I'm not a globalist per se, but I guess I am. Yeah, I guess there's some of that. Mickham, hello. Thank you. Awesome thumbnail. You know, a lot of those thumbnails are just memes. They're just memes that I find on the internet I think are funny, and I grab them. B Wizzle, what's up with you, sir? Haven't seen you in a little bit. Hope you're having a good time. And there's my brother Whip. Whip, it's always a blessing to see you, my friend. Pridemore, William, what is happening? And Jenna P. Did I hear that on the movie Hall Pass? Nathan, I don't remember where I heard it from. It might have been. I do like that movie. I like the sneezing scene. I don't remember where I heard it, Nathan, but I always thought it was funny. It could have been that movie. I've definitely watched that movie. I think I saw it like on a TikTok or something. That's where I think it came from. Let's see. We got Jenna. We got Nathan. I think we got everybody so far. Just a few people in so far. Got some interesting things today to eat. We got another one of these. So Barbara sent. She sent the other packages. I think I threw all of them away because I ate them all. The other packages of this were orange. And this one says that they're, where was that? Sweet and spicy. So it was supposed to come in at the same time. The other one, Barbara bought them at the same time, but this one took forever to get here for whatever reason. So Barbra Jackson, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to trying these. Sweet and spicy. Yeah, that's good stuff. So I'm really looking forward to this. The next thing we have is, I'm going to drink a beer on the stream. I would never get drunk on a stream, but nothing wrong with having a beer. And this is from Minnesota, Castle Danger Brewery. Let's see, can we get that without all the light? Nope, this side. Nope, it's not really going to happen. Castle Danger Brewery, Castle Cream Ale. Now, I'm not a huge fan of cream ales. This came from K Stu and his lovely wife, who was also K Stu. But I'm looking forward to trying this. They really like it. It's one of their local breweries, and they really like that local brewery. And the other thing they sent me some wild rice. I didn't cook that today. It's a long grain, which I've had plenty of times, but this is a Minnesota local one, and it's a very dark color, like a lot of the wild long grain rice that I've had wasn't as dark as this. It was a brown color, and this is pretty much black. So I'm looking forward to it. I like rice, and I especially like long grain rices. But they also sent me these, which, you know, are pretty common. They were looking for something a little weird, and this was about the only thing they found. I like Vienna sausages. They are horrible for you. These are so bad for you. But they're like soft raw hot dogs that you can just eat raw, right? If for anybody that hasn't had them, a little salty. So I've got those three things to try. We'll do those a little bit later. Nano, what's up? Christina, Ohio. Do I know you as a different name? And hi there. I think that's the first time I've seen you in here. If you're new to the Fish Fam in general, then fishfam.link is a place to go. Maybe you're not even new. Maybe I've been out for about a week, so maybe I just haven't met you before. But thanks for being here with us. And maybe I know you under another name. But if you like dark beers from Minnesota, try Head Flyer beers. You know, I don't drink a lot these days. I have trouble with that kind of stuff these days. So I don't really drink a lot of beer or anything. Once a year when I go to the Keystone Clash, I do have quite a few rum and cokes, Captain and Cokes specifically. And that's my drinking for the year usually nowadays. I used to really be, a 6-pack was, that was nothing. That was just, what I had at 12:01 on a Saturday afternoon. But you're newer. Well, it's nice to meet you, Christina. Are you a fish keeper too? Have you made the rounds, with all the other community people and stuff, and see all the amazing community that we have here? Jenna P says there was a time when we lived off of Vienna Sausages and ramen noodles because they were so cheap. That's a great idea. The saltiness of the Vienna sausage would probably go very, very well with ramen noodles. I like putting peanut butter in ramen noodles. My son started doing that, and that tastes really good. It really makes it better. I like to do a lot of stuff with the ramen noodles. Like I just use them as the base, put a ton of vegetables and stuff in there with it. Shane, hi Shane. It's good to see you. I breed blah, 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 blah. Bristlenose plecos and guppies, but I bred community stuff for 30 years. Oh, very cool. Well, again, nice to meet you. Thanks for hanging out here. To be honest, I don't talk a lot about fish in these afternoon delights. You can see I am a fish keeper, but we don't talk a lot about fish. Actually, most of my live streams, we don't talk a lot about fish. They come up. In fact, I have to talk about a couple things, but they're definitely not the focus of the live streams. They're probably the least fishy live streams out of the entire community, to be honest. Because there's so many people that do it way better than me, and there's a lot of people out there that do really good educational and informative videos about fishy stuff. So I leave it to them. I know where my strengths lie, and it's not with that type of information. So, anyways. Stephen P, what's up, my brother? It's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. It sounds like the new job is going well. That's, congratulations again for starting that. It's always exciting, and it's always fresh and new and fun to have that new job. Hopefully I'll never experience that ever again in my life. If I do, something went badly wrong. But congratulations, and I'm glad that it's going well for you. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about fish stuff right off the bat. First of all, in this little 5-gallon, I moved the plant that was sitting here. It's right down here on the floor because I wasn't even paying attention. I wanted to show off this little 5-gallon. It's a shrimp tank, but there's 2 mystery fry in it that I have no idea how they got in there. I might have a little bit of an idea. I don't know what they are yet. I have no idea. I think they came out of that 75 that's way over there. And here's what happened. So I was doing maintenance on that little tank. I took out some hair algae, and then I had just done a water change on that tank. After I did the water change, I took the sponge. There's a tiny little hang-on back that Sean Peck sent me. Peck Tech sent me. The thing's like this wide. It's like this tall. It's a tiny little hang-on back filter. It's on there. So it's got a pre-filter on it, and it's got, sponges in it, in the hang-on back. Well, I took those out, and I rinsed them in that water that came out of the 75. So the only thing I can think is that those 2 fry piggybacked on that. They got into the, from the water change into the bucket, and I brought them over. That's the only thing I can think, because I try not to, it's got its own net. I don't use the same net on different tanks. The thing is, this fry doesn't look like any of the stuff that's in that tank. Almost to me, they look like guppy fry, to be honest. But I don't know how that would happen, because there really is nothing close by. There's nothing close by that could get in there. And I haven't done anything else with this tank. Nothing's been added to that tank for a very long time. Last year at the Keystone Clash, I bought some yellow shrimp from Grant and Shelby. That's all that's been put in that tank. No new plants, nothing for almost a year now. So I don't know where that fry came from. And we'll see what it is. It'll be fun to watch it grow up. I'm feeding them. I can see them right now. I am feeding them some fry food. And we'll see what they are. It's interesting to watch. The bad news, Sonny Gordon sent me a bunch of Medaka fish eggs. First time I had ever purposely tried to hatch eggs, and they worked fine. I got a ton of fry out of it. And then a few days ago, I brought up some of the pond water, which is very green. It's very green water. And I put some in there, and the next day, they were almost all dead. I must have put too much. I must have put too much of the pond water. It's the only thing I can think of. There's still some in there, and this was a few days ago now, but I killed off pretty much all of them. I feel like a shitbag for doing it. Obviously, I did something. They were doing great, you know. Everything looked good. There was just a ton of them. They were moving around. They were healthy. They looked healthy as much as I could tell. Everything was going great. Now there's like 3, and there was probably 50 in there. So I didn't just use a teaspoon or a tablespoon. I actually poured like, I don't know, maybe even half a cup into the little, it's probably only a gallon. It's probably only a half-gallon tub that they're in. And I put almost a full cup. I just wasn't thinking of the pond water in there. So they're gone. 3 of them left. So hopefully there's male and a couple females, and I can keep them going. So I wasted the opportunity that Sonny offered to me. So I gotta say some more highs though, because I see a bunch more awesome people coming in. Exciting and new. Whips World. That song always gets stuck in my head. The Love Boat theme. There's G Bear. Hello, what's going on? New job is going well, Stephen P says. Better than that would be no job ever again, and also unlimited money. Yeah, those do sound like nice things. Life finds a way in their head when he says he doesn't know where the fish come from. Yeah. It must not only be you, Christina, because like I talked about that, about the fry being in here, and a whole bunch of people said that same exact thing. Life finds a way. Freshwater, hi Rebecca, how are you? Rebecca, I saw Jenna asking you if you would be interested, maybe if you had some help with the finances of coming to the Keystone Clash next year. That would be very cool. Very cool. And Eric Y. Rock, what's up, my friend? Hello, lurking and twerking. Eric, how you doing, man? You know what? Send me an email. I didn't reach out to you lately, and send me an email. Let me know how you're doing with everything going on, what the changes are, and all that. I feel a little bad that I haven't been keeping up on things. You know, it sucks to say, but a lot of times you get your own things and you sort of drop reaching out to the people that matter to you. So, and you know you matter. G-Bear says, I'm not ready for tomorrow. Going to be complete chaos. What's tomorrow, G-Bear? What is happening tomorrow? What is going on? Scotty the Fish Freak said, didn't see you scheduled for... Oh, nothing was scheduled as soon as I found out you were live. I said, hey, Scotty, no apologies necessary. You don't owe me anything that way, and you could have kept going. You know, a lot of times people just have to go when they go, and I don't own any time slots. I'm not more important than you. If you want to stream, you stream. I say that all the time. I no hard feelings ever about that. So Scotty, I appreciate you sending people over and everything, but you don't owe me anything, man. If you feel like streaming, if that's the time that you can stream, do it. I could have waited. I saw you were streaming, so it's the same thing. I'm not more important than you, so I could have waited, but I set it for 2:45 in my head this morning. I said I'm gonna make an effort. I haven't streamed in it's been more than a week now, I think. So I need to just do it. And so I had set it in my head to set that, and I knew that you were live, so I should owe you an apology if that's the case. So thank you, Scotty, but no need ever. Nobody ever has to apologize for me for going at the same time that I do. I get it. I get it. There's only so much time in the day, and there's a bunch of us that stream. So when you feel like streaming, you go stream. Linda Worth, hello. John, what's up? My Fish Tanks Aquatics, hello. If anyone is going to New York City tomorrow, cancel plans. Oh, there's a fundraiser going. Oh, it's New York City, though, so. Fishfam.link, hello. Pull out some bushes out, and I'm in back pain town. Oh, Eric, you should know better. You've had back problems. Michelle is the same way, though. She's still having a lot of issues with her back. She has that, what we think is the cauda equine syndrome. We still don't know because the orthopedic people set off they rescheduled the appointment, so she still has to go see them. She still hasn't seen them. She's been seeing a chiropractor, and that's been putting the pain off enough that she can function. But every single day she's got to take stuff, and she's in pain, and a lot of times she can barely walk. But it doesn't stop her from doing things, and she doesn't ask for help. She could ask for help, but she doesn't feel like she needs to burden anybody. A lot of us know how that works, right? But Eric, dumbass. How could I keep going? I want to be able to be here. Well, it's not like this is any more important than whatever you were doing over there, man. You know that. All right, I think I said hi to everybody. New York City, get a rope. They rescheduled? Yeah. And I don't want to go into details, but the cauda equine syndrome, and I'm not pronouncing that right, it's pretty dangerous. Like, it can cause paralysis and can cause all kinds of other issues. So I don't want to get too much into it. Steve Fish Rumor, hello. Hey, it's coming up. The Clash is coming up. We've got 2 months. Less than 2 months now. J-Rock does stuff. What's happening, man? I'm glad to see you back around with us. It's, I know you took almost a year off, or maybe even longer, but it's been good to see you come back around. All right, real quick, let's go over the stuff we're going to try again today. Nothing real crazy here, nothing hot, although this is said to be spicy, sweet and spicy, just like me. Michelle loves when I do that cheesy, raise the eyebrow kind of, hey, baby, how you doing? We'll be back to pick you up later. There she is. Michelle said she's in the dungeon listening to me. The dungeon. We're supposed to tell people. I'll be down in a minute. Sweet and spicy. The bento. Sweet and spicy. Let's just go ahead and try. Oh, first of all, let's pour the beer. The beer will be our, this was nice, and I should have done it quicker because this was nice and frosty. Now it just looks wet. It was beautiful. It was nice and frosty. It has the best football team ever on there. NFL, American football, because we have so many people from other places. But let's pour a beer here. Let's pour a beer. Wally came running when I clicked that. That was weird. Hi, buddy. What you doing? You're gonna make this difficult, aren't you? You're gonna make this. You can't have beer. You can't have beer. You're only 8 months old. That's crazy. You gotta be an adult. Oh, Wally. Okay. Here we go. Oh. There we go. They make dog beer? Do they really? He's really after the Vienna sausages. He can smell these little guys here. Children UK can drink from 4? What? I knew it was very young, but from 4? Okay, you got to get down, buddy. Get down. It's very mild smelling. Yeah, that's... I normally don't like cream ale. I don't. Like there's a local one, Genesee beers. There's the Jenny cream ale. A lot of people grew up drinking around here, and I don't care for it that much. But this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Again, this came from K Stu, Disco Stu, and his wife. I guess they share an account because his wife, I forgot her name now, starts with a K as well. Christina, I can't remember, but it starts with a K. Was the one who sent me the email. So thank you so much. Again, they sent the beer from it's a local one from Castle Danger Brewery, which sounds really cool. The beer, some long grain wild rice, which I'll cook and eat at on a different stream. Although this might not have been bad cut up in there. That should have been maybe what I did. I'm just going to eat these raw, but maybe I should have cooked the rice and then just, cut these up in there. All Things Fish. What's up, Mike? Let's see. Sketty Nona. Hi, Sketty. Jenny Cream, another crummy college beer. Alishon. Yeah, that's not far from me. Geneseo. The Jenny beer is not very far. That's about an hour west of me. Okay, so that's the beer we're trying. And then Vienna Sausages. Vienna Sausages are, I've had them plenty of times before. That's what they look like for anybody who doesn't know. They're like they're very heavily processed. Is there any other way to eat Vienna Sausages straight out of the can? Oh, yeah. Lots of different ways. Like different ways to cook them and add them into different things. I was hoping there would be a recipe thing on here. We should look that up. All right, so here's the Vienna Sausages. Look like little fingers. They're salty. Mark, what's going on, Xanadu? I really did miss out on Monday night. Although, Mark, I watched the replay, and something bad happened. You guys, Ed had the right idea, and you guys sort of messed up a little bit. I want to talk about it before we play again. We're not playing this week, right? I don't think, because of the holiday. But before we play D&D again, I want to talk about, because I feel like it's got to be frustrating for Ed. He had something totally set up that would have worked great, but got ruined. You can make sushi with it instead of the spam kind, Sketty Nona says. Yeah. So it's a tube of bologna. It's a bologna tube, which sounds like a euphemism, but it's not. It's a bologna tube. Same idea. Same idea. Good to see you, Mark. I like them. I absolutely like them. I don't get them very often because these are horrible for you. Let's see what's in it. The serving size is only 4 sausages, and it looks like there's 2 servings in a can. Did you ever drink hot dog water? Yeah, but I'll show you a bologna tube. Like, all right, so 2 servings in a can, but this is no, it's not. This is 1 serving. One can is 1 serving. I mean, so we're gonna double it. It's hard to see here. Total fat, 10 grams total fat. So 20 grams, 30% of your total fat for the day from one of these. Saturated fats, 30% of your saturated fats for the day, which is 6 grams. Cholesterol, 36% of your cholesterol for the day. And a whopping 52% of your sodium for the day. Again, if you eat the full can. If you eat the full can. 52% of your sodium for the day from this one little can. Oh, sugars. Let's go to sugars. Not less than a gram. 7 grams of protein. Oh, that'd be 14. Sorry, 14 grams because I'm doubling everything. And total carbs, 2 grams. 2 grams. But, you know, they're a little spicy. Not spicy hot. I meant filled with spice. There's spices in there, right? It's not just bologna where there's no real flavor to bologna, sort of. It's just sort of. So ingredients: sausage, mechanically separated chicken, water. Water's the third item. Salt, corn syrup, which is weird because if corn syrup was so high, you think that the actual sugars would be up higher too. Anyways, contains 2% of less of beef, pork, dextrose, natural flavors. I wish it told us what the flavors were: garlic powder and chicken broth. So it doesn't really tell us what the natural flavors are. But I love them. I could I definitely could eat these, a lot more often. I think those insects were healthier. Rebecca says, 100% true. Yes, 100% true. Those insects weren't bad for you at all, actually. Last one. It's sausage. Oh, I'm sorry. The sausage is made out of mechanically separated chicken. So it's mainly chicken. Mainly chicken. Chicken, water, salt, and corn syrup with a little bit of beef. Well, it's mostly chicken, Rebecca. It's less than 2%, less than 2% beef. But the main ingredient is a chicken sausage. So that's that. That's that. Jenny. Hi, Jenny. I think Jay just asked for a close-up of your meat. I mean, that's the only way you can see it. Would be a close-up. You're not going to see it from a distance, is what I'm saying. All right, here's the next thing. Here's the next thing. And I really like the other one that she sent. So again, this one's from Barbra Jackson, Barbara Gordon. Aqua Gardens. And what's up, Rick? Eating frozen burritos for my break. Well, I hope you cooked them. Is that, just like burritos on a stick? I thought about a popsicle stick there, so that's why I made that face. The orange ones that she sent were good. So these are supposed to be spicy, though. My son really likes these. I gave him some of the other ones that she sent, and he really enjoyed it. I do too. So we'll look at the ingredients here too. This is not coming out of the bag. Okay, these are definitely different than the other ones. They look the same, but they're sticky. They're sticky. I said that weird. They're sticky. All right, and this is dried squid with other fish in it. Oh, I cut the top off. I can't see what the ingredients are. Here's a full package. Squid tsunami, which we found out was just fish, wheat flour, tapioca starch, herbs, spices, and seasonings, sugar, and salt. And again, I really enjoyed the other flavors she sent, and this is supposed to be spicy, sweet and spicy, which I love that combination. Like hot pickles or Korean chili sauce, stuff like that. That's good. I love Korean chili sauce. Okay, not spicy. Definitely not, like hot. A little bit more, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. Little bit, yeah, there's a little bit more heat to it than the other ones. The other ones had just a little hint as well, but these are definitely a little bit more spicy. Like there's a little bit of heat. It's not much. It's enjoyable. It's not too much to where it's not enjoyable. I like this. Mm-hmm. Mm. Um, Rebecca said we had a UK scandal where horses being sold as beef in major supermarkets, and next to no one eats horse here, as it's usually as distasteful. I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, I remember when that happened. I've never had horse. I would feel weird eating horse because they're so domesticated. I know that's sort of hypocritical, but I wouldn't eat dog. I know people who have. Our dungeon master, for one. I know other people, but how could you eat this? Huh? I mean, he is delicious. He is delicious. He's a good boy, Mr. Wally is. He's my buddy. He just wants some of the food. Nothing for you up here, buddy. I'm sorry. Can't have any of this. Papa's got to clean his desk. He's got to clean his desk. Domesticated animals, I have a hard time eating. And I get it. It's, what makes a happy cow, that some people do have as pets, or a happy dog. What's the difference? I love a cheeseburger, but I want to eat a dog burger. I want to eat a horse burger. So it's a mental thing, and I get how it sounds. I get how it's problematic. Whip says, I know it's probably terrible for you, but have you ever had real bologna, like a big slab of it? Yes, long time ago, but not cooked over an open grill like that. That sounds good. I would cut the throats of 1,000 kids just for a taste of it. So Skipper brought Lebanon bologna to Tennessee. To Kentucky for the camera's been doing that. I don't even care anymore. For the Triple Crown. And he brought some to the Clash, I believe, as well. Sorry. Talking with my mouth full. Bad thing about this, very chewy. That made it worse. Oh yeah, the Lebanon bologna, but I didn't get to taste it. He said he was going to bring some this year. I think Jennifer Weaver, which I haven't seen Jennifer Weaver in a while. I just thought about that when I just said that. Anybody seen Jennifer? Is she doing okay? I think Jennifer Weaver said she might bring some. Alishon, have you seen her? I know you guys are in some of the same, maybe one of the same clubs or something. I think she's going to bring some. So Lebanon bologna, I guess, is supposed to be really good. Okay, scrolling down. Coro says bologna is processed sandwich meat, comes in big tube, log like summer sausage, but it's soft. Oh yeah, because explain to Rebecca. You guys don't have bologna. That's not a common thing over there. It's not like it's not like a quality item here. It's more of a McDonald's. That's the thing. A lot of people from other countries, they see some of this mainstream stuff like McDonald's and American cheese and all these things, and those aren't indicative of American food, right? Those are just very convenient things that are cheap and easy, quick. It doesn't matter what you want. You can probably find it here at the grocery store, at a regular grocery store. Most things. Obviously, there's some things that are specialties to other countries and things, and you might have to go to a specialty store to get it. But just because we have a McDonald's and McDonald's is popular doesn't mean that is American food, right? I see that often. People say, well, American food must be horrible because McDonald's. It's not. No. Beer is a great example. They see stuff like Budweiser, which isn't even American beer anymore. It's owned by a Belgian company, right? But they see stuff like Budweiser, beers like that, and think, okay, that's American beer. Well, it is American beer, but it's not the only kind of beer in America. There's a lot of choices. Any kind of beer you're into, you're going to find a microbrewery not probably far from you that makes that kind of beer. It's very easy to get the good stuff. It's also even easier to get the bad stuff and the stuff that's, lower. So just because we have those things doesn't, make it so we don't have any of the good stuff. A great example is my son-in-law. When he came over from the UK one of the times, he did mention that he didn't care for American bread. And I was like, well, what do you mean? And he's like, well, it's thinner and smaller than, and I was like, well, that's just what we buy. you can go to any store and still get that other type of bread. And when he went, he's like, oh yeah, there's all these different, just because we bought that kind of bread doesn't mean that's the only kind of bread, available. Everything's available. Eating pigs is pretty crazy to me. They're affectionate, intelligent, and domesticated, and so delicious, right? And so delicious, So I get where how what I'm saying is so hypocritical, because I love bacon. But you're right, pigs, they are very intelligent. I have guinea pigs. I'd eat guinea pigs. Got snails. I'd eat escargot. You're better than me. Although I would try guinea pig. I would like to try guinea pig. And yeah, escargot I've had. I do like that too. Have you seen the guys seen the YouTuber that goes around and saves dogs from the dog meat keepers? No. Where's that located at? Where's he at? Is he is he here? I would imagine he's in a different country. In the culture things. Different cultures eating different things. It doesn't make it wrong. So that's good beer, but I don't think I would drink it like all the time. If I wanted a beer, that's not what I would go for. Again, not a huge fan of the cream ales. It is a little hoppy. Let's see what it says. Castle Cream Ale was created while sitting around the kitchen table during our startup days, and the need for a sessionable beer became clear. Sessionable beer. Castle Cream is our vision of a cream ale. Deep golden color, has a soft malty aroma. Yeah, malty. Slightly sweet, creamy texture. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. With a balanced bitterness while finishing smooth and clean. The bitterness hangs on a little bit, like there's still a little bit of the bitterness. It's a little more bitter than I would care for. Again, not a horrible beer by any means. It comes from Castle Danger Brewery Company in Two Harbors, Minnesota. Again, K Stu, thank you so much. Barbara Jackson Gordon. Barbara Gordon Jackson, thank you so much. Love this stuff. So this is what's so cool about this little segment that I'm doing is I just found a new snack that I absolutely love that I've never even tried before. I don't think I've ever had dried squid before, ever. I don't think I've ever tried it. If I have, I've forgotten about it. So I found a new snack that I really like. I don't know how expensive that stuff is. Let's go look it up real quick and see. It comes in like a 12-pack, I think, or maybe even more than that. And it's just from Amazon. Let's see. Let's do... Okay. Here it is right here. Yeah. It's $11.45. Oh, that's a pack of 5. Here's the pack of 12, because those are smaller. Here's the 21 ounce, right? Let's make sure that's the right size. Yes, okay. $7. $7 for a 12-pack of these. That's pretty cheap. It's not a bad snack, but the problem is one bag's not going to do it. One bag is not a whole lot. Rebecca said, I do want ethical methods of care and slaughter, though. Yes, I agree with you. I think it's important. I think the big chicken farms where, they don't treat the... Yes, I get it. We're killing them and eating them, but still, we could treat them humanely. Guinea pigs are one of the most efficient animals we could raise for meat. And we're getting to that point, right? I mean, not like tomorrow, but things like insects and proteins like that, guinea pigs, are going to become a bigger part of our diet. They are. Sweet Lebanon bologna. It sounds like a sweet Lebanon bologna. Great Odin's beard. I think that's the stuff, right, Alishan? And you haven't seen her. I'm going to have to reach out to her. You know what? I think, yeah, I've got her. I'm going to send her a text right now. I've got her her address. Let's see, but which one did I use? I don't remember which phone number I used. Let's see if I can find her here. Jennifer Weaver. There she is. Hold on, just going to send her a quick message. There we go. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I haven't seen her in a while. She's got her share of health issues. So Whip says, I usually only eat things that used to have faces, but two I will never try is horse and a dog. I'd rather burn a restaurant to the ground that serves it rather than have it on a plate in front of me. We have black pudding. And I don't know that I've ever had black pudding. I don't know that I've ever had black pudding before. I've had like blood sausage, but I don't know if I've had black pudding. I would try it again. And for this, this tasting thing, I said there's nothing that I won't taste as long as it's a legitimate food item that's not going to make me sick. If you want to send me something, ricostan.com, it's right up there. I'll give you my address. You can send me whatever, and I'll eat it on a stream. And I can't say no. It's not fair of me to say no. If you guys are taking the time out to do this stuff and to send me stuff and spend the money, it's not fair for me to be picky about what I'm going to eat. So anything you send to me, that's what I'll eat on a stream. Doesn't matter what it is. Dr. Awesome says, sorry I'm late. No, yeah, you're not late. You're right on time. You're right on time. Very cool to get to see your interns, and sorry if I was a little inappropriate a couple times. I just not very good at not being inappropriate. But very cool to see your interns there. Thanks for introducing us to them. Cool to see that part of it. I see a bunch more people came in, but I'm way at. Coro says those are just foods we invented during after wartime to make prep time faster and take advantage. Yeah. Coro, you're a very knowledgeable person. I like that. You could tell that you've looked into things and researched some things. I like that. I enjoy that. But yeah, like the spams and all those types of things. Yeah. Rolling Rock is awful. Not my favorite. I'll drink it. Hi, Ritesh. How far behind am I? I'm not even 10 minutes. Not too far behind. I read an interesting article showing how much the world affected cuisine in the UK and how entire generations lost the skills and recipes of their ancestors due to the wars. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Oh. I'm not going to touch on the dog eating stuff. I could never do it. I could never. Dogs have such an important part in my life personally that there's no way I could do that unless it was, in the apocalypse or something, and, or Wally keeps barking like that because there's a cat outside. Which I'm sure that's what it is. I can tell the bark. That's the cat bark. There's a cat. He's telling me there's a cat. You guys can hear him, right? Oh, yeah. I can see it on the meter. There's a cat outside. That's his cat bark. Neighbors let their cats roam free, which drives me crazy. No animal should be roaming free. No domesticated animal should be roaming free, but is what it is. And it drives him just crazy. He just goes so crazy, like, why are they outside? I'm not. He just, sometimes the fur on his back stands up. He gets very upset. Very upset. Sessionable is such a funny phrase because what one person considers drinkable within a session, very subjective. Like most things, right? Most things in life are very subjective. That's why it's always difficult for me when I see like a top 10 list or something, or, there's just so many things that are just opinion. That's it. There's no, so many things, especially when it comes to like art, food. Ritesh is on location in the Bhutan border. Did I say that right? I've heard that word a million times. I think the British palate also suits those who are fussy with food. And yeah, I can't. Nothing. Nothing against British people. It wasn't about that. It was, I was going to say, give information about my son-in-law, but it was probably not appropriate. He's a very private person and doesn't appreciate being talked about at all online, which I didn't know. But I just told you that, so there you go. Oh God, I can't even. I'm not going to read that, Sketty. Kenny, what's up, Kenny? Silver Creek, Tomatillo, how are you doing, brother? I saw your thing with about Jimmy P and Berto, and I'm glad that there's people out there that you feel are checking in on you, and it's important. It's important, and so I'm glad that you have people that are doing that. It's good to see you, Tomatillo. Sketty's been through 2 harbors. Sketty, I always forget where you live. Are you in Minnesota? Are you up that way? Lumpy Dog says, entertain me. I will do my best. And it's good to see you, Lumpy. Lumpy dog. Lumpy dog. Eating anything, animal, plant, fungus, whatever, is unethical and wrong, like consuming for the self-extension of your existence. Yeah. Who decides who gets to live, right? But it's too much. It's too much. Again, there's a lot of, I feel, gray area. There's a lot of, I get vegan arguments, that's a personal choice that they've made, and I agree with some parts of it. I like veggies. How about that? Sometimes I crave it. Like last night, Michelle and I were watching, what are we watching? What are we watching now? I forgot. We're watching another TV. Maybe you just let her, Kenny? Oh no, we're watching The League. We're watching The League because I never finished watching it, so we went back and we started watching The League again. And just while we were sitting there, for some reason, I had a very strong craving for just roasted vegetables, like a plate of just roasted vegetables. So good to me. Doc is maybe going to be in India and get to meet Ritesh. That would be cool. I'm scrolling back up. Okay, there we go. Silver Creek says, in quail are easier than guinea pigs to process. Legit, I can process 5 quail in just a few minutes. I've had quail. I was thinking about it. I've had quail eggs and I've had quail. We lived in Arizona. I had friends who would go quail hunting all the time. I've never been a hunter, never cared for it, which again is hypocritical because I like to eat meat. So you should be able to, you know, if you're going to enjoy that type of stuff, you should be at least be able to do it. Whip says, I've especially made acts on my wall for people who abuse dogs as heavy and blunt and rusty to draw out the lack of humanity I intend to inflict. We feel the same that way, and I know all the discussions we've had about our previous dogs and all that kind of stuff. We definitely on the same page when it comes to dogs. You know, the other day I'm sitting on the couch, had a rough week, and I was watching a TikTok that was sad. Like I've talked about sitting on the toilet watching TikTok and finding a very sad video and crying while you're pooping. Crouping. We called it crouping. So I'm sitting on in the couch this time, and it was an animal thing, like somebody reunited with a dog or something like that. Always is. And I was like, got little sniffles. Every single time it happens, Wally comes running to check on me. Every single time he comes up and he tilts his head and he looks in my face. If I'm looking down, he'll like get up underneath me, so he can look up into my face. And he's like, "You okay?" It's just the most endearing thing ever. I just love that dog so much. Every time that I get those, if I make some kind of some kind of noise, like a sniffle or something, so he can sort of tell that I'm crying or something. He'll come running to check on me. He loves his papa. Rebecca says, Rebecca, you don't mind me calling you that, right? Would you rather me call you like freshwater ichthyology? I've just always called you Rebecca, and I never asked if you care or not. But black and white pudding is nice, but maybe difficult to find. I hear mincemeat isn't found in the U.S. as my family has tried. Yeah, mincemeat we find. Yeah, mincemeat is here. Yeah, we definitely find mincemeat. There's mincemeat pies and stuff. You can find mincemeat quite often. But black and white pudding, I don't think I've had either one of them. And Dr. Awesome says, I was going to say Dr. Anthony and Dr. Awesome, so I almost said Dr. Awesome. Dr. Awesome, I think that's what we should call you from now, Dr. Awesome. Dr. Awesome says, inappropriate, you and me both. Even farming vegetables kills Smurry. Smurry. I'm done. I'm just done. Small furry. Small furry is Smurry. Smurry creatures. Smurry. That's Smurry. I want to see Coro on a Focus On. Hell yeah. Yeah, I would love for Coro to come up on a Focus On. I think we've talked about it. Aren't you on the list? Aren't you on the list there, Coro? Geez, I've got to clean this up because a lot of people that are on here have already been on it. I hope to do one Saturday. I haven't even scheduled anybody yet, though. There's still quite a few people. Mark Strelson, we got to get him. Diego, Maritza. There's a bunch of people still that Merrick. I don't know. Did we talk about it, Coral? I'm not seeing you on my list over here. They're just emails though, so you might be on there. But I mean, I know you were on with Skipper, so you obviously don't mind being on. But maybe the Focus On is too personal. I know some people have said that they don't want to do it because it pries too much into stuff they don't want to share, which I get. It's understandable. That's fine. Smurry. Let's see. My pooch has a squirrel bark. What did that triggered something, but I can't remember. It's not quite there. Jay says, I'm still looking for a popsicle raisin to Puerto Rico, though I think it's an actual thing in Mexico. Oh, God. Somebody is going to. Somebody. Now, Skipper did send me he went to the doctor with his kids, and he saw a tongue depressor there still in the package, and he picked it up and sent it. He sent that to me because he knows that those mess me up. Popsicle sticks and tongue depressors. Like if I go, I don't want to talk about it. My daughter is making something out of the tongue depressor to give to Skipper at the Clash. Winda Liqueur. I hate Budweiser. They bought Labatt's Blue. Screw with the brew. Doesn't taste the same. And down the cool TV ads just out of the blue. Just out of the blue for Labatt Blue. I didn't know that they bought. I didn't know that. What's it? InBev. That's the name of the company. INBEV, I think, that owns them. I used to drink a lot of Labatt's Blue. That was sort of when I moved to New York State. That's super common, and that's what I drank the most here. When I was a drinker, like I said, I probably drink 5 beers a year now, and it used to be 5 beers, was a light day, that was super light. Just don't, I can't. My health issues don't allow me to. I already feel bad enough without having to, consume a lot of alcohol. Again, the one exception is the Keystone Clash every year. Every year I, the one year I had like 16 rum and cokes. It just that's my time to, and that's about it. I might have alcohol in any form 7-8 times a year total, maybe. And it used to be like a fifth a week, especially in the wintertime. I'm a very seasonal drinker. Like I would drink just beer from like March through maybe end of September, and then the rest of the time it was rum and cokes. That was it. And now it's nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, it jumped again. Where was I at? Okay, here we go. Scruffy City, what's up, Mitch? How are you doing, sir? Molson was also bought out, and they had the best ads. It's not Z, it's Z, because I'm Canadian. I don't know if I remember those. Molson's okay. I like Labatt's better than Molson, but it was okay. It was all right. I'm going to scroll down here a little bit. Sketty's in Iowa. I'm sorry. I forget some of these things, and I should remember it. But the turn to my dad's in Minnesota is in Two Harbors. Gotcha. It's way up north past Eli. That's how I fell in love with Lake Superior driving by it. Any of those lakes, any of the lakes are just amazing. Erie is probably my least favorite. I have a least favorite Great Lake. That's how much I've been around them. But yeah, Lake Ontario obviously is my favorite just because I live right on it. But Superior is amazing, and the storms they get and the paddling that you can do there is just Michigan, super nice. But Erie, Huron is good. Erie, there's something about Erie. It's the shallowest. And I think, you know what it is? You know what's wrong with Lake Erie? I know what it is now. It touches Cleveland. That's what it is. It's tainted by Cleveland. That's what the problem is. Kelly Foreman, meow. Hi, Kelly Foreman. Hi, Dr. Foreman. How are you? Freshwater says, never heard of wild quails or them being hunted. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All over the Southwest. Probably other places, too. I honestly don't know. I know even here in upstate New York, my friend's father owned a hunting preserve, and they would raise quails there. I don't think they're native. Well, let's look. We'll just look. Let's look for their range. Quails in North America. Quail of North America. I bet you there's a documentary out there of them. Let's see. There's 6 different types. California mountain quail, which is the largest. Gambel's, the Montezuma, it's the smallest, the scaled, and the northern bobwhite. Is it a bobwhite quail, or is the bobwhite a quail? Because I remember bobwhites in Indiana. Bobwhite. That's why they call them bobwhites, because they sound like they were saying bobwhite. Let's see. Quail are found in North America, Central America, South America, Europe, Asia, Australia, and Africa, but not Antarctica. Okay, so they're everywhere. North America's environment is suitable for New World, while Old World quails generally live in Europe. Oh, Europe, Asia, Africa, and Australia. Huh. So yeah, they are pretty much all over the place. The ones in Arizona are the Gambels, I think. Excuse me. Their habitat is mainly thorny and bushy vegetation deserts, including river valleys, creek swashes, and oak woodlands of the high desert. So those are what I would see in Arizona. They also eat leaves, shrubs, grasses, fruits, and prickly pears, which if you've never had prickly pear, they're pretty good. There we go. We learned about quails today. See, sometimes we're educational here. Once in a great while. Depends on a cattle farm, as there's many benefits of cow for maintaining land where other animals can't. Maybe horses, but you can't eat horses here. Cows do a lot of damage here, especially on the massive dairy farms. You know, just these massive. I'm not talking about the family farms, but the big corporate dairy farms are just horrible. That's the case with almost everything, though, isn't it? Isn't that the case? Pretty much across the board. I don't care what industry it is. When it comes to just the family or the mom and pop or things like that, not near as bad in any way. There's not a lot of negatives, not as many negatives to that part of the industry as there is to corporate or industrial size things, right? it's just the case across the board. Not every industry. I'm not talking about mining and things like that, but a lot of industries, that's the case. Kelly says the smoke continues to be awful. I don't feel super great. Our air quality is awful. It's the it's the fires in Canada that you guys are dealing with now, right? Like we did a couple weeks ago. Is that what it is that's causing it? I saw you guys talking about it. You and the metalheads, and I can't remember who else. Mincemeat, as in the sweet stuff. Yeah, like fruits and stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We I've had mincemeat pies. They're not super super common, but yeah, I definitely mincemeat. We've it's not hard to find. I mean, you can go to a Walmart and find here. Let me just look on Walmart.com, and you obviously know what Walmart is. Your Tesco, right? You got to spell it right though, because mine meat is probably a whole different thing. Mine meat. None such mincemeat. There's even a manual meat mincer, which is something totally different. Yeah. So even if you go to Walmart, I knew I saw it there before. You can get mincemeat, classic, original. You even have different flavors. Oh no, they're all classic. But yeah, you can go to Walmart even and get it. So it's in my mind, if you can find it at Walmart, it's Walmart. It's super common, right? I mean, if it's at Walmart, it's everywhere. They don't really have a lot of specialty things there. Sketty had quail when they first moved to their house, but now they just have pheasant. What kind of pheasants? Are they the ringnecks? What do you guys? We see a lot of the ringnecks here. If I had $1 for every time an Instagram reel makes me cry, I had that money Stephen P was talking about earlier. Yeah. TikTok for me. Instagram I don't care for as much for whatever reason. Probably because, it's owned by Facebook. I don't know why. I mean, I do stuff over there, but the TikTok stuff. Bex. Hi, Bex. Bex is moving. They found a different apartment, and a lot of exciting stuff going on over there. Coro says we have a cool area near me called Quail Valley, and they're all over the place. They have a golf course and stuff there. Jenna P says, oh, she's dropping demand to be on a focus on. Yes, that's fine. Yeah, demand. Sketty says it's been bad here too. Yesterday was really bad. The air quality and wildfire maps are very interesting. Actually, I just don't like you, Rico. Fair enough. Skipper is a bro and you are not. And I don't disagree with anything you said there. Skipper is a bro. Okay, it jumped on me again. Jenna says, is Arrow crafting a giant hand giving the middle finger out of tongue depressors? No, it's one thing out of the one tongue depressor that Skipper sent me. Because if I had to be involved in getting a lot of tongue depressors, then that would make me very unhappy. But this was one tongue depressor that Skipper sent me, so there's an extra, level of familiarity there. I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for. It means something. It means something more because he sent it to me, so I'm gonna send it back. But we haven't decided exactly what. She's got some good ideas though. She ran through some ideas that she has, and she has some good ideas, I think. Somebody gave us sake. Maybe I'll bring to the clash. I like sake. Yeah, unpasteurized is an unusual thing to try. I've only had, I have no idea what kind of sake I've had, but have had it. Don't the Great Lakes have sea lamprey? I don't know if they're here in Lake Ontario. I don't think so. I don't think so. I could be totally wrong though. I mean, they could be coming up like through the St. Lawrence, but sea lamprey are salt, aren't they? Or are they not? And the lakes are fresh. So, but I don't know. I don't know anything about sea lamprey, to be honest. No idea. Dr. Awesome was, he distilled some bourbon. I'd bring the clash if I was going. Well, next time you do. It's kind of eerie and it catches fire. Both great points. It catches fire. It hasn't in a long time, though. At least we've gotten around the bend on some of our rivers and lakes catching on fire, right? You know, they still need some help. People talk about, I'm going to get political. People talk about regulations and how regulations are bad and this and that and the other thing. And the regulations are the only thing keeping companies from not doing this stuff, right? We need to be even stricter with them. That's our environment. There's only one. So we've gotten better. You know, bald eagles were almost gone. DDT, right? They were almost gone. How do you think that happened? Do you think that companies just decided, oh, we need to save the bald eagles? No. You know, there was regulations passed. And it's the same with everything else. And Dr. Awesome says, yes, that there are sea lampreys. The Erie Canal led them to migrate into the Great Lakes. Really? So the Erie doesn't touch Lake Ontario. I don't know. It used to, but I don't think it does. I mean, Erie Canal is just a few miles south of me. I've paddled it. It's got to touch somewhere on Lake Ontario. I know it comes out in Lake Erie by Buffalo, but it sort of cuts straight across, but it's got to have something. The Welland Canal. Ship Canal in Ontario, Canada. Oh, no, that's not it. Connecting Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. That's in Welland. That's on the other side. So where does the Erie... It's got to somewhere. It's got to enter into Lake Ontario because, again... Lake Ontario is right there. I mean, it's what, 30 yards away. The Erie Canal is about 10, 15 miles south of me. The Genesee River, but I don't think the river was navigatable. No, I always have a hard time with that word. How does it get to Lake Ontario? I feel like I should know this. Western Erie Canal, the Genesee River, Oswego Canal. There it is. Okay, there it is. So the Oswego Canal, which Oswego is not that far from me. I can see the power plant in Oswego a lot of days sitting right here. At nights, I can always see it because the lights. It's about 30 miles straight across the water. I've actually paddled that way. So there's the Oswego Canal. That's how it gets to the Great Lakes. I was trying to think where it happened because I know, like, through here, this section, the county that I live in, there's no direct connection between the canal and the lake. And I didn't believe in the next county over that's true as well. But it isn't. It's 2 counties over. So there are sea lampreys there. There we go. We learned another thing. See it, John? He says his shift is almost over. Kind of like lamprey, never seen any of our natives. I don't really know much about them. Kelly Foreman says, my brother-in-law is a superior supremacist. He found out that we booked a vacation Lake Michigan side of the UP and suggested we could cancel the whole trip. I mean, there's something to be said for that. Superior is right in the name, And it is, as far as lakes go, it is, those ones are bigger. Michigan and Superior are bigger. Ontario is very deep. I think it's the second deepest. I could be wrong about that too. It's definitely not even close to the biggest. It's not the smallest either. I think it's the second by area. I think it's the second smallest. Beautiful places though, in all of them. Even Erie has some nice areas. Mostly on the Canadian side. Sorry, Ohio. If you're in Ohio, I'm sorry. I mean that in many different ways. Rebecca used to collect prickly pears in Spain, avoiding the needles, though. Yeah. Yep. We had them all over the place. They were, they would grow in our front yard. We had prickly pears. Saguaro cactus, the big guys, those were all over. The barrel cactus there, what's that one called? The barrel. It's just, I can't remember what it's called. Is it the saguaro? Maybe it was just the small saguaros. I've lived in New York now for 25 years, I think. September will be 24 years that we've lived in New York. So I've forgotten a lot about the Southwest. Okay, Smoke from Canada, gotcha. Yeah, we had it bad too. Blame Canada. Good movie. We had it bad here too for a while, as you know. Not where I live though. Never got super bad where I live. It was bad, in the city, in New York City. It was bad east and west of me, but not right where I was. It never really got bad. Asda's, Walmart's. Oh, okay. What time is it? It's almost 4:00. It's been jumping a lot. I have to find where I was at again. Anytime a business goes corporate, it's a terrible thing for everyone but the people who own the business. I agree with you. It's one step, maybe only half step over having your business run by the government. A psychotic government, though, because, and again, I don't want to get too political because I know we have people from all over the, sides here and stuff, but the purpose of the government is to support the people, right? And corporations don't support anybody. Even their shareholders, they give them money, but there's no support. There's no, so it's just, never mind. Don't whip. Just stop. Just stop, whip. So many times I want to say things, and because again, if you watch the members only streams with my wife and my daughter, we did sort of like a backwards focus on where you guys just asked them a bunch of questions. That was the whole thing. So I guess it's not really backwards, but the second half of the focus on, you guys just learned about them from questions that you asked. And both times the question was asked what you would change, the Myrtle question, what they would change about me, and both my daughter and my wife said that I was less political because away from here and other places on the internet, I do get very political and I do have very strong opinions, and I do appreciate digging in and finding the truth and not just reading a headline and so it's very difficult sometimes for me to just not say things when people make comments, especially now. And this isn't you, Whip. This isn't you. So don't think I'm talking about you. This wasn't your comment, but sometimes I see comments that are just so easily proven wrong. It's so easy to find not just some announcer on the radio saying it, but actual verifiable proof. So it's not an opinion. It's not an opinion. They state something that's it's so wrong and it's so stupid because you can easily find out that information. If you just took 2 seconds to go find out that information, but they refuse to do it. And even if you show them the information, they'll say that the source is not, the source is biased, but the source is just facts. The source is just facts. It's just numbers it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. There's a lot of opinions in politics, right? It's a very much, that's why we don't talk about it, because it's very much like religion, where there's no facts. There's not a lot of facts for some of it. It's just all how you believe. So that's why, I don't know. And it's worse. It's worse, because I'm old. I talk about being old all the time. You can see me. I'm old. I've lived through a lot. I've seen a lot. And it's never been as bad as it has been over the last, has it been a decade? Maybe not a decade. But it's never been as bad as it is now. All right, that's enough. Let's get away from that. I'm not gonna, if any comments come up in the stream, I'm not gonna touch on them. We're not going there. We're not going there. I'm gonna just keep going. What about, wait, I missed something. Sketty said about Jaeger or something? What did, I missed that part, because Nathan said Sketty it is really good, but I'll add that I don't like Jaeger only as it tastes like black licorice. Yeah, same here. I had cherry juice. It completely kills that flavor. See you, Nathan. I'm with you, though. I can't stand Jaeger. Can't stand it. A lot. They do breed in freshwater. As someone who works in regulatory affairs, can confirm companies will do nothing without threat of audit pain. Sorry if I missed anyone. Been clean edits for my swords video. Yeah, I've been talking about it, but it's almost done now. Just like a few minutes left. Can't wait to see the response from it. Kenny said prickly pear is delicious. It is. Especially like jellies, prickly pear jam. Not jelly. Prickly pear jam is really good. Just the pears themselves. Even the prickly pear itself, not the fruit, but the paddles or whatever they're called. I forgot the name of them. Nopalitos? I can't remember what they're called. They're just little chunks of the prickly pear itself, not the fruit. Because the fruit, you know, they get the little pear-looking fruit. It's usually a purplish color. Oh, Alishon thinks Terry had a lamprey in a home aquarium. I think you're right. He did have. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Whip says Ohio is a sewer, but as a Steelers fan, I might be biased. That said, Cleveland has really cleaned up. Is quite nice now. No, it isn't. I disagree. I haven't been to Cleveland in 20 years, so it probably could be. And it, you know, I was in downtown, and there's not very many downtown of any city that is nice. Not in the United States. Not, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like downtown. It's, you know, for people. It's great for businesses and things like that, but just people. Right, Wally? Hey, Wally. What are you doing? Want to say hi? Look. Say hi. Look, that's Wally. There's Wally over there. Look at that doggy. Red Laser, what's up? It'd be nice to see Lake Ontario today. We are under an air quality advisory that hopefully ends tomorrow. I don't think we are. Hi, Red Laser. I don't think we are. I didn't see any advisories. I don't think we are. I mean, it is super dark here, but it's, I think it's just, I thought it was just heavy clouds. I haven't been paying attention because it's been raining all day. But I don't believe that we, do. Let's see. Unhealthy for sensitive groups. Yep, today and tomorrow, unhealthy. We're not super bad, 110. 110. We're right on the edge of where it would be lower. We're right on the edge of it. And I didn't know that it was anything. It doesn't smell like anything. And we've had a ton of rain. It was just raining just a little bit ago. That's probably why it doesn't smell like anything. Okay. Scrolling. You know what? I think we're about done. You expect us to research? Can't pick a side, won't pick a side. Old school anarchy. Too far in my veins. I said I wasn't going to read any of those. Whips loves Jaeger. You're gross. I thought we were friends. I think that's a druid. Hippie anarchist. Yeah, druid. That's pretty good. I'm a druid. Yeah, okay, I'm a druid. Yeah, I could see you being a druid too, Tomatillo. I could see it. You are a druid. Black licorice is disgusting. I agree, but I did drink absinthe. I think I've had it. And aside from the taste, I got pretty messed up. Nopales. That's what it is. Napolitos are the small little, right? Now we got to search that. I think it's when they're diced into small little, right? Am I wrong? Yes. Yes, that's what Nopales, Nopales. I know you Spanish speaking people are cringing. Napolitos are Nopales cactus spines removed, cut into bite sized squares or strips. Yes, so that's what the smaller ones are. So the bigger one, Nopales. Mm. Napolitos sauteed or steamed are a favorite served in omelets. Yeah, that is good. I've had that. So just cut into the small chunks, I guess. Spath, I could see what you're saying, though. Yeah, I could see for that part of it. I can always tell people are weird when they refer to it as licorice and black licorice instead of licorice and red licorice. It's black licorice and red licorice. What does that mean? I like red licorice. All right. KC, QC, what's up, Rocky and Miles? People coming in right at the very end. I think we're going to stop. It's after 4 o'clock. What is today? Today's Wednesday. Oh, that's weird because I don't normally do stuff on Wednesdays, but I hadn't streamed in forever. You got to research the researcher researching. It's good to have just actual non-biased facts, right? Hi, George. You know, just numbers with no, All right. Please tell me that you are, no. Linda LaCour. I will say that. I am usually on the other side of the spectrum from the people that normally believe that kind of thing. So, and no offense to anybody that is, a lot of offense to somebody that is a flat earther. I'm just going to say it. Yeah, just, that is, I don't understand it. A lot of the conspiracy stuff I just don't understand because what's the end game? They always say money. Well, there's a lot of easier ways to make that money than to try and fool the entire world into thinking something or to do something to distract people. There's easier ways to distract people than killing off things. A lot of times I don't understand the conspiracy theorists because they don't think about the end game. What's the end game? They say, oh, it's conspiracy and they did that, this, and this. Why? Why did they do that? Well, to make money. There's ways to make billions of dollars. We've seen it. Plus, have you ever done a secret project with like 10 people ever in your life? Isn't it stay secret? Not very often. People love to talk. You can't keep things secret. It doesn't happen. And if you're talking about 10,000 people being involved with something, it's going to come out, right? Come on. All right. Flat earthers all around the globe. With that, I think I'm going to go because I'm going to start digging into it. It just amazes me sometimes that people that I think are very intelligent will say something to me. And I'm like, oh, man, why? And I don't want to argue with people. You believe what you want to believe. It doesn't have any bearing on me most of the time. Sometimes it does, and then I'll argue about it. Because some things do affect other people. But some beliefs are just your own, and you keep your beliefs, and that's fine. I don't care. You shouldn't care what I believe either for some things. When you try to impose your beliefs on me is where we start having the problem, right? You keep whatever you want. That's fine. You do you, boo. But when you start trying to impose your beliefs and your systems on me or other people, then that's where we have a problem. Non-carbonated. Yeah, but there is sparkling locations in the J. There's sparkling locations. So, all right. And with that, I don't want to get into it. Hey, you guys, thank you. You know who you are. You guys, a lot of you are amazing people. Most of you are amazing people, but some of you a little bit more than others. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being friends. And ton of good streams tonight. You know where to go look. McStreamy is late tonight. A whole bunch of other ones. So we will see you guys. We'll see you when we see you. Probably see you tomorrow night. With Ed. I think I'll be streaming with Ed. So